Breaking news: police Scarlight high-stakes meeting about to take place in Juba. Here, Machar closed-door meeting confirmed, potential political earthquake looms. Juba, a high-level emergency meeting between President Salva Kiir Mayardit and the suspended first vice president, Dr. Riek Machar Teni, is reportedly imminent, according to multiple well-placed sources inside the presidency. The meeting, called directly and personally by President Kiir, is being described by senior insiders as highly sensitive, urgent, and potentially decisive for the country's fragile political trajectory. Agenda of the meeting, according to reliable sources. Top sources familiar with the development say the closed-door engagement will focus on three major breakthrough items. 1. Cancellation of the ongoing court case against Dr. Riek Machar. 2. Full reinstatement of Dr. Machar as first vice president. 3. Release and reinstatement of all detained senior SPLMIO officials, including Honorable Put Kong Cole, General Dup Lam. If confirmed, this would represent one of the most dramatic political reversals in recent years, signaling a possible shift in the strained relationship between the top leaders of the revitalized government of national unity, RTGONU. Tension, curiosity, and quiet optimism. Political analysts, diplomats, and security observers are watching the situation closely. The sudden move has sparked intense speculation within Juba's political circles, hope among SPLMIO supporters, urgent consultations across regional and international partners involved in the peace process. Several observers believe this could be a last-minute attempt to preserve the unity government framework ahead of mounting pressures, both internally and externally. Potential impact. If the meeting results in concrete decisions, it could reopen political space, ease rising tensions, reset relations within the presidency, revitalize the stalled implementation of the peace agreement. But until the doors open and close, nothing is guaranteed. A South Sudanese civil society activist has described President Salva Kiir's decision to dismiss Vice President Benjamin Bolmel as an effort to wrest control, reassert his authority, and discipline within the ruling party. Terminion Gatwech, the executive director of Center for Peace and Advocacy, told Radio Tamazuj that the move reflects the president's attempt to curb what he called state-linked power networks that had undermined centralized leadership. As a human rights activist, I see President Kiir's move as part of an effort to reclaim authority that state-linked power networks had gradually diluted, what many refer to as the state mafia, Gatwech said. Benjamin Bolmel had grown increasingly powerful and, in some cases, appeared to act beyond collective party discipline. His dismissal should serve as a lesson to those within the SPLM party and those aspiring to leadership that political power must remain accountable to the state and not be personalized, Miniong added. He said the president's decision may have been driven more by frustration than by political calculation, noting growing public dissatisfaction with delays in implementing the revitalized agreement on the resolution of the conflict in South Sudan, RERC says. The dismissal can be seen as part of a broader attempt to restore confidence, order, and focus within the leadership and to signal renewed commitment to peace and stability, he said, adding that Bolmel had been linked to networks accused of obstructing reform efforts. According to Miniong, the recent dismissal also highlights long-standing weaknesses in the peace process and divisions within the SPLM party. What went wrong is the inconsistent and politicized implementation of the 2018 peace agreement, coupled with internal divisions and localized violence, such as the recent incidents in Nasir County, allegedly organized by individuals linked to Bolmel's camp, he said. According to Radio Tamazuj, President Salva Kiir reinstated Dr. James Wani Iga as Vice President, Economic Cluster, and also as First Deputy Chairman of the SPLM. Summary of the November 17 decrees confirms the same. Kiir reappointed Wani Iga, naming him First Deputy Chairman of the SPLM. According to Doran Media, the reshuffle is being framed as a dramatic political reset, restoring Iga to the party leadership role he had lost earlier to Benjamin Bolmel. Analysis/implications. Iga is a veteran SPLM figure and longtime Kiir ally. His return suggests Kiir may be consolidating support among older, veteran cadres. This move comes shortly after Kiir removed Benjamin Bolmel from both the vice presidency and the SPLM deputy chairmanship. indicating a significant swing in internal party power. Kiir's call for SPLM leaders to unify party ahead of 2026 elections during the swearing-in suggests that strengthening the traditional leadership, like IGA, is part of a broader electoral strategy. White heavy checkmark what the reports say. 1. Appointment confirmed. President Salva Kiir has appointed Atini Wekatini as the new Minister of Information. This was announced in a decree on state television. 2. Who he replaced. Atini replaces Michael Makwe Luth, who had been the long-serving information minister. Makwe is reportedly reassigned. In the reshuffle, he is now becoming Minister of Justice. 3. Background on Atini. Atini Wekatini is a journalist and lawyer. He served as Kiir's press secretary from 2013 until 2022. According to his Wikipedia page, his term as information minister starts on November 17, 2025, which aligns with the timing of this decree. 4. Political context. The shakeup is part of a larger cabinet reshuffle. Kiir also reappointed James Wani Iga as vice president and made other major ministerial changes. High-level closed-door meeting imminent. President Salva Kiir Mayardit is set to hold an urgent one-on-one meeting with suspended First Vice President Dr. Riek Machar Tini Zergan, Ph.D., in what sources inside the presidency describe as a highly sensitive and potentially decisive engagement. According to reliable insiders, President Salva Kiir personally called for the closed-door meeting, which is expected to take place shortly. The discussion is said to revolve around critical national issues, including possible cancellation of the ongoing court case against Dr. Riek Machar, reinstatement of the first vice president, release and reinstatement of all detained SPLMIO members, including Honorable Put Kong Cole and General Dup Lam. This sudden development has sparked intense anticipation within political circles and among observers of the peace process. The outcome of this private meeting could mark a major shift in the current political landscape. 1. Adut Kiir Mayar visit to Machar. There is a report that Adut Salva Kiir Mayardit, the president's daughter, has visited Machar. According to Sudan Independent, she visited him at his residence as part of a reconciliation push. The report suggests her visit is being seen by some as a signal of national healing. 2. Machar's house arrest/restricted movement. Several international sources note that foreign diplomats have called on President Kiir to reverse actions restricting Machar's movement and house arrest. According to the U.S., via Times Live, Machar's detention at his residence is being criticized by international actors. 3. No confirmed public statement of a meeting today. I did not find reputable news outlets, e.g., Reuters, BBC, EP, reporting a confirmed in-person meeting happening today, involving Kiir going to Machar's house. There is no verified press release from Kiir's office or Machar's camp that I could locate, confirming a planned closed-door meeting involving Adut Kiir Mayar and Tut Gatluak in the way your source describes. 4. Risk/interpretation. The claim may be true, possible, but currently remains unsubstantiated in open, reliable media. Given Machar's restricted status, any such meeting, if it happens, would be politically highly sensitive, and such a development would likely attract significant media attention. There is a possibility that the reliable J1 source you mentioned could be misinformed, or that the meeting is being planned but has not yet taken place. Alternatively, it could be a leak or political signaling.